Hello, I'm Juliana, and this is Embodied Voice Practices. This is part 3 of a 5-part series dedicated to breath and breathing and accessing our diaphragmatic breath. We all know that breath is the foundation and the power behind our voice. But learning how to access our diaphragmatic breath, our true, deepest breath, is so essential for everyone. In part 1 of this series, I talk about the anatomy of the diaphragm, the mechanism of the breathing process, and I also talk about the nervous system, the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, and what happens when we're unable to access our diaphragmatic breath, and how important and essential it is for our well-being to be able to breathe with our diaphragm. So because of stress and so many factors of life, we can get locked in our bodies and not be able to let this internal process work because the external muscles are putting so much pressure on the diaphragm. In part 2, I give an exercise that is designed to wake up the diaphragm, to really feel in to the process and the action of the diaphragm moving. And the second exercise I gave is called a diaphragmatic release. And this is designed to release the muscle of the diaphragm itself and some of the surrounding muscles. So when we talk about breathing, we tend to be very frontally oriented. So we put our hand on our belly or our ribs to kind of feel the process of breathing. But remember from part 1, the diaphragm is connected to the base of the ribs in a circumference. So we also have to be aware of the sides and our back. So if you take a couple of breaths, put your hands on your side right now and see if you can feel some movement. Put your hands on your lower back. Can you feel some movement? So the exercises I'm going to give today are meant to help open up the back and the sides. We have layer upon layer of crisscrossing muscles in our torso. These muscles can, if they're too tense, put pressure on the diaphragm, not allowing it to work to its fullest potential. But luckily, we can free up the process with a little bit of movement and a little bit of awareness. For the first exercise, you're going to need a small ball. A rubber ball or a tennis ball is just perfect, something with a little give. Or you can use a rolled up towel. I'm going to use the ball. So go ahead and lay down, find a comfortable position on the floor with your knees up, and place the ball at the base of your rib cage. So make sure that it's at the base of the ribs, not into the lower lumbar area, but still in the thoracic area, which is the rib cage area. You're going to put the ball to the side of your spine, not on the spine, but on the strong muscles alongside of the spine. Take a deep breath and let your body relax into the ground and relax into the ball. You're going to need a little bit of time for the body to adapt to the object underneath you. When I did this exercise, my muscles were twitching a little bit and slightly spasming because I had a lot of tension and I needed time to relax. So give yourself as much time as you need. You can do maybe 10 deep breaths minimum, up to 3 to 4 minutes maximum. For the sake of time, I only did about 5 breaths, but you can stay there longer if you need to. You'll know when your body has relaxed enough to move to the other side. So take a breath or two after you've removed the ball or the towel and notice how you feel. How does your back feel? Does it feel different on one side or the other? And moreover, how does your breath feel? Go ahead and move the ball over to the other side. Remember the base of the ribs alongside of the spine, not on the spine. And take a couple of really deep breaths, in the beginning especially, to let your body calm down and to allow your muscles to relax around the ball. Try to soften your body, soften your breath. Let gravity do its work. And just try to take deep breaths into the belly, into the diaphragm. Again, you'll know how long is enough for you. Remember, 10 breaths minimum, up to 3 to 4 minutes maximum. Then you can remove the ball and see how you feel. Take some really deep breaths. How does your breath feel? Does it feel more open? Does it feel more full? And let's try this sigh out, where you just release the breath. And now let's allow some sound to come out, like a big, giant, relieving sigh. Remember, any sound you make is the right sound. Don't worry about what it sounds like. Just let the sound pour out of your body. Hug the knees into the chest and rock back and forth, giving yourself a little massage on the ground. For the next exercise, you're going to come onto your side. Bring your hand to the back of your head so that your elbow is pointing into the air. Take a breath in, and on the exhale, just start to rotate your arm and your chest and your rib cage out so that you're getting a twist. Only go as far as you feel there to be a little bit of resistance, and then just stop there. And on each exhale, you'll see that your body is able to open up more and more. So relaxing on the exhale and let the body twist open. Bring your opposite hand onto the side of your rib cage. Take a breath into your hand and then sigh out a little bit of sound. You might even find that with the sound, you're able to open up your body even more. Slowly come out of the twist and turn around onto the other side. Bring your hand to the back of the head. Take a deep breath in, and with the exhale, open up the chest and begin to twist. On each exhale, allowing your body to sink into gravity and twist a little bit deeper. You don't have to push anything. Bring the opposite hand onto the base of the rib cage. Take a breath into your hand. Feel your ribs expand and sigh out a little bit of sound. When I use the sound, I'm able to twist much deeper. Slowly make your way onto your back and take a deep breath in. Just let the sound pour out of your body. After I did this exercise, my sound was fuller, more resonant, and a lot longer. Take a couple of stretches and gently help yourself up. Okay, how do you feel? I find these exercises to be really helpful. I incorporate some of them in my daily practice. You can do these anytime you have a minute, just to lay on the floor or on your bed, and you can even do them modified in your chair. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in part 4 of the diaphragmatic breathing series of mini lessons. Thank you so much. Bye.